I want to thank everybody for being here. I want to thank your staff for doing a great job of putting this event together. Tao Costas is doing a great job. Give her a round of applause. It's a tough job, but she's doing a great job. Jay Malone, who I've worked with for many years. Dana, I'm glad you're here. Jenny, Nikisha, and of course, my colleague, Commissioner Briones. I am just so delighted that you are on Harris County Commissioner's Court. Give her a warm round of applause. As she said, we are so appreciative to the Biden and Harris administration for what they did. And here at Harris County, what we did was use an equity lens on how we would spend this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to invest money in doing something about generational poverty. Now, all of us in government, and I've been in it for a long time, as she said, everybody's interested in the resolution. And I wish we'd save some of those trees, because I'm just amazed that everywhere I've served, people are real quick to vote for a resolution with flowery words. But this is an opportunity to put some rubber on the road and really do something about it. Eviction has long been the leading cause of housing loss in Harris County, even before we had a pandemic. According to the recent research of the Eviction Lab at Princeton University, children are at the most risk of eviction. 40% of the renters represented in eviction filings nationwide are children. And Black children are particularly vulnerable to evictions. Black women renters who have a child living in their home comprise 28.3% of the average annual rate for eviction filings, the highest of any race or gender in the country. Funding legal services like eviction defense is essential. It is an essential investment in housing stability. Since the pandemic started in March of 2020, landlords have filed at least 231,000 evictions in Harris County courts. So far, this year, in 2024, we just started. Over 14,000 eviction cases have been filed in Harris County. Those are just evictions that make it through the court system. We know many residents leave their homes under threat or harassment before even having their day in court. Access to legal services reduces housing instability, and the stable housing that people get really saves lives. A recent study published by the Journal of American Medicine found that in January 20 through August of 2021, the risk of death for renters facing eviction was 2.6 times greater than it is for the general population. We know that many tenants in Harris County have been kicked out of their homes in ways that violate even the few protections that have been given to us under Texas law. One of my greatest regrets during my 26 years in the Texas Senate was not being able to add more protections under the laws of the state of Texas, as many other states around the country have done. We cannot afford to ignore this growing crisis. All $9 million of this funding will allow legal service providers to provide advice and representation to renters facing eviction, ensuring tenants can navigate through a very complex proceeding process dealing with a traumatic moment in their lives. Although this investment won't meet the extraordinary demand for eviction-related legal services, it will prevent homelessness and save some lives. And I would encourage all of our partners on other levels of government to also make the investment. By investing in legal services, affordable housing, Harris County addresses both the root causes and the symptoms of a housing crisis. The new Eviction Appeals Court, spearheaded by our own Commissioner Leslie Briones, is a game changer. It will help reduce the processing time for eviction appeal cases and alleviate the financial and emotional burden associated with prolonged legal proceedings. Thank you, Commissioner Briones, for bringing this idea forward. And thank you to her staff for putting the legwork in to really come up with an idea that garnered so much support from us on Commissioner's Court. And to Judge Thomas, who leads this court, I couldn't be prouder that have given you an early break to be an intern, and then Representative Sylvester Turner's office. As she said earlier, I didn't really know his story until his investiture proceeding. And you ought to pull that tape up. It was quite emotional. I'd also like to thank the Lone Star Legal Aid Team and Neighborhood Defender Services for participating in the Eviction Defense Program and for helping to design it. And especially, I want to thank the Department of Community Services for their hard work and the critical time that they put into this. This new court, paired with the Eviction Defense Program, will promote equity and enhance the efficiency of housing justice in Harris County. Commissioner, I'm so glad you invited me over to join you for this. You know there's something going on next Tuesday that you and I don't have to worry about as much. But we have some dear friends that I got to tip out and go help. But look, I couldn't be more delighted. I hate that I won't get to hear some of the stories that you're going to hear today. But I appreciate the folks in the media and all of you getting the word out. The greatest fear is that when this federal money is gone, there really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to address a major human crisis. I hope we have the chutzpah on the local level to invest the money if other partners are not able to step up again. So, Commissioner, thank you. I appreciate you so very much.
Thank you.